This is Richard, Texas, an unincorporated community that is located in Grimes County. Richards is one of many small towns here in East Texas that is still somewhat thriving, surprisingly. The area had been settled by Anglo-American immigrants in the early 1830s, but no community was established until the coming of the railroad. Residents of Fairview and Longstreet led the immigration to Richards. Some employed log rollers to shift homes and businesses intact to the new townsite. The town of Richards was later founded in 1907 and got its name by the railroad officials for W.E. Richards, prominent South Texas banker and organizer of the Valley Route and Townsite Loan Company. The early settlement had a drugstore, a hotel, a barbershop, a shoe shop, several general stores, and a weekly newspaper called the Richards Rustler. The Richards Methodist Church was established in 1914 when a meeting house was transported to the community from Fairview. In 1910, Richards had the population of 450, and in 1936, it had 500 residents and 18 businesses. After World War II, its population declined to an estimated 425 by 1948, and to an estimated 305 by 1969, when it had 4 businesses. In 1990, Richards had an estimated 296 residents and 3 businesses. The population remained the same in 2000. The population in 2024 is unknown, but I overheard someone telling me that it's around 50 to 120 people or so. As of 2022, 33.3% of Richards' families is in poverty. The crime rate in Richard, Texas is 19.76 per thousand residents. Median house income is $32,367. How good is the school here? This is what I found on Google, and there's one school here that teaches from kindergarten to graduation. What cities are nearby Richards? College Station, which is 40 minutes away, Navasota, 23 minutes, Huntsville, 30 minutes, Anderson, which is 12 minutes, and a few others. What kind of jobs does this town offer? The only job that really stands out here that I know of would be working at the school. Maybe the fire station, or one of the little odd jobs the town offers. How much does it cost for a home? This varies from $50,000 up to $100,000 or even higher. What kind of activities does the town offer? You can tour the little town, grab some food at one of the 2 places in town, talk to locals, go to church, and check out one of Texas' historical markers. Now join me as I give you a full tour in Richard, Texas. While heading north on 149, right down this road, it's a little town that I want to show you. Right when I get into town, Richards, Texas. Got a train. Welcome to Richards, Texas. So this entire little strip mall is where we're gonna start here in Richards, Texas. Now, it says that this is an antique shop. And from the looks of things, yeah, there's a lot of stuff in there. This actually used to be a doctor's office at one point, but right behind that curtain, it has the window. Like when you go to a normal doctor, how they have like the glass window, they got the same window right there. Still sitting there, it's just covered up, but the waiting room is pretty much where you're looking at, and then to the doctor's office is in the back. I think that's a Mason sign right there. I'm liking the blue door. I'm really digging it. See the old knob? They don't make them like that anymore. Looks like this is also an antique store from what I'm looking at. Welcome to our antique store. Enter antiques here. You got everything inside here. It says welcome to our antique store. I guess you can't go in, it's locked. They just don't build stuff like this or have stuff like this anymore. The glass is very, very thin. It says welcome sign right there. Dr. G.C. Sanders was a graduate of Tulane Medical School in New Orleans, Louisiana. He served as a doctor for the Burlington Rock Island Railroad and for the Richards community. Dr. Sanders, aside from his Masonic activities, was active in the community, serving on the Richards School Board, the American Red Cross, and was an officer in the Richards Baptist Church. The building in which Richards Lodge number 1116 meets was owned by Dr. Sanders, and the lodge room itself has always served as such. The dining room was Dr. Sanders' examination room and office. The bottom floor of the building was a pharmacy and store. Dr. Sanders left his provision in his will that the Masons could remain in the building as long as they wanted, and rent was never to be increased after his death. It's a pretty interesting plaque that they have there. So this was the drugstore, if I am correct. It's got everything inside. I really like how they gave character to this building, because if you look to the left, it's different colors. And of course the tin roof. Maybe we can take a peek on this side, see what's going on. Not much really that I've seen. There's an alleyway back there. So here, oh wait, hold on a second. I'll come back to that in a second. I got little handprints on the ground. JHAHEH. Let's come back over here and see what we got going on. Wow, that's pretty neat. You don't normally see double doors when you go to places. Normally it's just one door. Could be like shutters. Yeah, this one's also locked. We support FFA activities. What we got going on in here? Just a big blue sheet covering something up. Somebody busted a window, or actually multiple windows, and right in front of you somebody smashed the window on the door. It's a quiet little town. Hear the birds chirping. Making our way up to the community center. Richards Civic Club. I can't tell what's going on over here. Looks like they're using it for storage pretty much. Look at the lights, the light fixtures. And this. You got to fill me in, but I don't know if it's plaster. It feels like plaster, but you can fill me in on what this is. It's old, that's all I know. You can take a peek at what's going on on this side. Not much really. I see canned foods. Yeah, they're using this for storage pretty much. Got Christmas decorations in there. But you can take a better peek at what's going on inside this building. And if you look further in the back, I think that's the original bricks that's sticking out. Don't quote me, could be wrong. Out here on the back side of the building, they got electricity still running, lights on. So I'll give you a little rundown of where we're at. We just checked out those buildings all the way down there. The antique store that was once a drug store and a doctor's office. And you just saw the community center, Richards Civic Center. And now, as I pan my camera, there's this type of building. I don't see a name on it yet. 11215 FM 149 East, which is the road that we're on. It looks like they're closed. Take a peek through here. Yeah, they're also using this building for storage as well. Just like the other two, this one's also locked, so you can't go in. And they actually get you a better view because somebody broke a hole into the building or broke the glass. So now you can really see what's going on in here, which, yeah, like I said, it's just storage unit for most parts. I have no idea what those are. Just fill me in the comments below. When you come to places like this, it's always nice to just go back in time and see how things were. They don't build stuff like this anymore. So I just came down those steps, and here's the side of the building. So right here is the only grocery store that's in Richards, Texas. Richards Groceries, burgers and more. So if you look right here, it says grilled and deli, lunches, sandwiches, burgers, orders to go. That's where it says burger, snacks, and drinks. If you have ever eaten here before, let me know. If you're local from this town, let me know if their food's any good, because maybe one day we'll come check it out. Making my way up to the fire station, and look what I see right there. 2 beat up cars that have seen much better days. Actually, you know what, I can probably pull in right here. There's some stuff here I want to show you at the fire station. There's a baby seat. I think this car has seen a lot better days. There's a rearview mirror under the glass. Not too sure what type of car. I don't see a logo on it. Normally it's on the front or the side. Here's the other one. Standing on cinder blocks. Missing some tires, bumper, and all of that. So I wanted to show you something at the fire station. I hope it's still there, because when I was looking on Google Earth, it was. So I got a play swing right there. It's behind me. As I turn the camera around, you got that big water tower or whatever. That is Main Street right there, by the way, where that truck's coming in. Looks like that's a smoker or something. Oh, if you look up, there's an owl up there. Oh, it's not there. So they had, let me see, hold on. Yeah, it's the fire station. So they had somewhere on Google Earth, it was like a little mannequin or something right there. He was dressed up as a fireman. That's what I saw on Google Earth, but I don't see it there anymore, so not exactly sure what they did with it. The American flag. The car going by. I wanted to take one more quick look at this giant barrel. It's just on top of these pillars before we go check out some neighborhoods. Looks like that's where they put the hose. It's amazing what small towns offer. I think they offer a lot more than the big cities. But once again, they have their own character and each one is unique. I'm sure you want me to go underneath this real fast. Alright, let's go check out some neighborhoods. We got a nice house right there. Look at all that stuff he has in his yard. Ooh, that's a lot. Oh, that's a little business. I thought that was somebody's house. Very quiet out here in this little town. Ah, there's one of the churches. So there should be two churches over here in Richards County, Texas. And we're gonna go check out this one real fast. Just off a road of 1486 is this beautiful church. I'm not seeing a name. First Methodist Church. Yeah. If I had to take a guess, that's got to be stained glass. You got stairs that leading up to the second floor. Or maybe the first floor. Whoop, watch your step. Yeah, it says First Methodist Church. Look at his beautiful doors. I'm digging the design. Every single one is exactly the same. So I think this is about the closest that we're gonna get on the outside. Now, like I said, I believe this is stained glass. I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments below if you're familiar with this. It feels like it, but could be wrong. We're going down the ramp now. This is such a beautiful area. You can live right there and you come to church Sunday mornings. That's what's nice about these little towns. Stuff is a little bit spread out, but it has its own character to it. And it looks like they have their own little basketball ball. Oh, I got a little puppy to come visit us. Hey, little puppy. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Aw, what's your name? What's your name? How you doing? It's not every day you get a pet to follow you. If we come back here, it looks like they have like a little place you can have a picnic and all that type of stuff. Got some cows out there in the distance and a little, I don't know if you heard that cow, it just mooed, but a little place to play out here. I'd have to say, if I lived out here, this is probably the church I would go to. Let me see if I can find that other church on my maps that I wrote down, and we'll go look at that one. I'm over here driving to my next location. Hey, little puppy, how you doing? Oh, here's the other church. Looks like it's called Crossroads Fellowship. It's a lot smaller than the other one. It looks a little bit more modern. Got a nice little sidewalk that leads up to the church. Crossroads Fellowship. Journey postponed till 1/31/24. And here is the schedule for the church. I got a little playground back there. I don't know if it's part of the property, but could be. Looks like this was added on not that long ago. And of course right here with that big slab concrete in the ground. This looks like that's where they played basketball at one point. I mean, I guess you still could, it just doesn't have the string in the hoop. So it looks like there's two more churches, maybe three, another one in the background. So it looks like this little community has between three to five churches. So this is one of many abandoned houses that are located in this little town. Ugh. Hello, anybody here? Whoops. Hello, hello. You can see the roof. It looks like the roof is in much better shape than the inside of the house itself. Let's come over here.
This looks nasty. Oh, there's the outside of it. Looks like that was a bathroom at one point. You see the toilet just sitting there and whatnot. When we get back up here, oh, this is just a junk pile. Yeah, there's really no need to go all the way back there. Go check out one more abandoned house. This one just, it's your typical abandoned house in these places, really. I've been to many abandoned houses, and this one, yeah, this one's for sale. You could use some TLC. Yeah, let me show you. It says right there, the sign, for sale. I don't... Yeah, look at that. Ooh. Yeah. Hear an intercom over there. Sound like talking to each other. I don't know if you can hear that, but the only word I could really make out was fire, so I don't know what's going on really, to be honest. Alright, so we checked out that little house behind me. That house apparently is for sale. It's got another for sale sign. Let's go check out some other places now. Look at that tree. How the way it's shaped. That is crazy. The house looks abandoned as well. There's so many. There's an abandoned house there. An abandoned house right there. An abandoned house right there. Another abandoned house off on the beaten road. The question is, where's the pathway? Oh, okay, pathway. So it looks like coming up to the property, they got a couple of cats, maybe dogs. Yeah, I don't feel like going inside there. I've been struggling to find a house to explore. Most of them are locked up. Oh no, I don't know if I want to go in this one. I'll peek you in there just a little further. Some of these houses I'll go inside. Some of them are just not even worth it. Yeah, this one is tilting over. You pretty much get the point of these abandoned houses in these areas. Yeah, some of these houses are just in really bad shape, and it's just not worth going inside. This town looks like it's a ghost town. Like, I see people, I see activity, but it is just loaded with abandoned houses here in this little town. I don't know how much longer it has. It's been around for a while. It's like we come across a general store and a restaurant. Oh, it's a gas station right here. Look at all the rust. And of course, the American flag slightly moving in the wind. So we come across two places it looks like you can eat. This restaurant right here, which is the gas station, and right up the road is that grocery store that also has a place that you can eat. And of course, right next door to that restaurant is this abandoned house, it looks like. And it kind of looks like the power is still on. Could be wrong, but it looks like it. You can see the yellow lamp that's on at the moment. Their yard needs some TLC. All right, moving on. I'm out here heading west at 149, and right across the road in Richards is the post office. Now, before I show you it closer up, I was coming in here and I found that quite funny. Stop, fasten seatbelt. This is the post office for the place in Richards. United States Post Office, Richards, Texas 77837. United States Post Service. It looks like they had some damage on the building. The bricks are pushed in and cracked. Not exactly sure what happened, but yeah. It's another spot that I wanted to check out here in Richards. Now let's go across the street and go check out some other stuff over there. Turning into, I believe this is the school. Today is a school day, so it's a Monday. I think this is the back side of it. Oh, this is an elementary. Oh no, this is an elementary. It goes from grades 1 or pre-K or K all the way up to graduation. Oh, that's interesting. So right behind the school, let me turn the camera. An abandoned house next to an active school. I'm seeing a lot of abandoned places around here. It is a little town, by the way. I'll turn my camera back the other direction. That's the school buses. Listed 1, 2, and 3. This little town offers a lot, to be honest, a lot. Oh, this looks interesting. To my left-hand side. Any cars coming? No. Turn the camera back. Okay, so now we're at the front of the school. Okay. Well, before we get to the front of the school, ooh, that's not a interesting sight we got going on here. I don't know if that's a business or that's somebody's house. Looks like a house, could be wrong. Richards Independent, what's that say? School District, yep. There it is. Oh, it's 2 o'clock. Kids are getting ready to get out of school anyways. I got a puppy over there on my left. Got the stadium. Hey, puppy. Hey, puppy. They don't sound too happy.
There's the field.
Got a scoreboard way in the back. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. It's Richard's Color School. In the mid-1800s areas, African-American children attended school in nearby Longstreet. The first school in Richards began in St. Thomas Methodist
Episcopal
Church. 1913, school moved into the Masonic Lodge Hall before a two-story schoolhouse with auditorium was built near the railroad. Basketball was the primary sporting activity, and county fairs featured
competition in agriculture,
poetry,
recital,
and spelling bees.
Fire destroyed 3 separate schoolhouses from 1920 to 1937. In 1930, Richards Color School absorbed schools from Longstreet and Piney Woods. A new school was built in 1938 and renamed in 1962. For longtime principal, teacher, and coach W.H. Hall, it closed in 1966 when schools in Richards integrated
175 years of Texas independence. 1836 to 2011, the marker is placed by state of Texas. So I'm guessing this is was a schoolhouse at one point. Right now it looks like it's somebody's property. And if you come here, looks like they got names on there. Class of 93, I think. And I guess they had a flag at one point. It's just a flagpole at the moment. Richards Fairview Cemetery. Got a long dirt road to go down. Oh, it's muddy. Oh, this is gonna be beautiful. And I've made it to Richards Fairview Cemetery here in Richards County. And there we go. Me and you are in. It's a nice cemetery. So I'm looking for graves that are old. I think I found one of the old sections. Some of these are just way too faded to even read. You can try to make it out. I know a couple people mentioned some technique to try a flashlight on one side or to get some paper and etch it, then you can see it. I didn't bring any of that on this adventure. So we're gonna try to read what we can. Okay, I think that says January 10th, maybe 16 or 15, I don't know. 1905 and died December 19, 1915. And there's something at the bottom. At rest. tombstone needs a little bit of cleaning. All that moss growing on it. Looks good still. We got Charles. Edward Eddy. August 31st, 1901 to March 11th, 1958. God is love. There's a man praying. As I was walking around the cemetery, this grave, okay, so the words are on the front. This would be the back. Let me show you, but we'll show the words 1 second. So these are facing, if it's east, I think they're facing east. J.T. Binford, March 3rd, 1905, all the way to, is that March 10th, 1926? And then there's something carved into the headstone. I think this says Woodman of the World. Normally it would be on this side. There's nothing on this side. And that tree, I don't think that tree was there when they buried the person. So if I had to guess, he's buried this direction. Or he could be buried this way. Maybe they just placed the stone the wrong direction. But I'll show you. See, this one's facing east if I'm correct. Correct me if I'm wrong. This one's also facing the same direction as the other ones. Let me fix this real fast. That one right there, along with that one. That's a recent burial, September 17, 2021. Beloved Mama and Grandma. That's pretty interesting. Here's two more graves that are facing west. I think it says Willie. I think. Can barely make it out. Born September 14, 1918, I think. Died November 12th, 19 something. And this one's also facing west. That's 3 graves in the cemeteries. That's a Eugene, wife of W. Can barely make it out. Born, is that November 28, 1898. Died September, I think that's 1st, maybe 11. It's either September 1st or September 11, 1918. So 1898 all the way to 1918. See, it's facing the other direction, unlike the two that you just saw. And I know you're gonna want to see the back, but I just wanted to show this real fast. See how these are facing east? Especially the ones in the back and that one. Here's the back of it. Who knows, the stones could have toppled over and they were placed out like that, or somebody made a mistake. Pretty neat. I've never seen tombstones facing to the west. That's the first for me. I was making my way to the back of the cemetery and came across, it looks like a firefighter statue. And it is. It's got a little fire extinguisher at the very side of him, on the right hand side, with his axe in both of his hands. I'm not sure if that statue belongs to this person. You're welcome to fill me in the comments below. The next grave over from this guy. Huh, interesting country he was born in. Let's get over there real fast. This guy was from Russia. Samuel. Born September 24th, 1884. That's a ways back. Died September 27, 1966. Huntsville, Texas. There are a lot of interesting grave markers in the cemetery. Here's R.D. McCary. Born February 18, 1826. Wow. To January, there's no it's missing 1885, so I guess they don't know the date that the person died. Keep in mind, I was actually scouting out some of these graves that I want to show you, and I like this one. It says father on the left hand side and mother on the right hand side. The father is Robert, the mother is Lomi. McCune. So the father was born 1857. When did he die? August 13, 1902. The mother was born March 22nd, 1862. She died in 1935. The beginning or the end of January. A lot of these old graves that I'm seeing are most likely the people who were born in this county in Richards, Texas. And I'm sure they started it. They're the early settlers that came to this area from other parts of the world. It's so fascinating to think about that. People from Europe discover new things, and eventually America was formed. Canada, Australia, and those other countries. It's a really nice cemetery, in my opinion. Really nice. Alright, I hope everyone enjoyed the documentary on Richards, Texas. This will be one of many videos, series, documentaries, long videos, talking about the history, showing off the city, or showing off the town, showing the graves of the people who may be the settlers who settled in Richards, Texas. Thank you all for watching. If you want to check out my socials, I'll leave them in the video description down below. As always, I'll see you in the next upload.